Oh yeah, we getting it, baby. Soul on Fire by Emperor Ion. Let's get it. Yeah. Get your water. Danger vibes, energy. You feel me? Oh, my soul, your soul, heart to heart. Fly with me, oh, fly with me. Across the sky, galaxy. Oh, so free, set your soul on fire. Rise up, baby. Spread your wings, oh, fly with me. I just want you to know, guys of my soul, my love is yours. Welcome, Dream Walker. Welcome, Trina. Receive my love, soul on fire. Feel the heat, immortal goddess of mine. I just want you to know, goddess of my soul, my love is yours. Feel the flow, let go. Receive my love, soul on fire. Feel the heat, immortal goddess of mine. Earth angel vibes, energy. Are you feeling me? Oh, my soul, soul, heart to heart. Fly with me, oh, fly with me. Across the sky, galaxy. Oh, so free, set your soul on fire. Rise up, baby. Spread your wings, oh, fly with me. Oh, I just want you to know, guys of my soul, my love is yours. Feel the flow, let go. See my love, soul on fire. Feel the heat, immortal goddess of mine. I just want you to know, guys of my soul, my love is yours. Come on, feel the flow, let go. Get that energy from the root. Push it. Guys, maybe if we can get to 15K, turn the camera on. I want to welcome you guys. Welcome. This is a throne transmission. I decided to call it Where Momentum Ends and Mastery Begins. A codex for planetary stewards, architects of time, and governors of reality. I want to call this episode 1. The phase shift from propulsion to governance. Planetary stewards and governors, the Codex of Authority of Capricorn season 2025. Opening transmission. Welcome. Welcome to the jungle. No, I'm just kidding, but welcome to the shift. Must be a bitch, because I know we're dealing with embodied and, disembodied. Dealing with completion and depletion. Projection and, oh my God, he's radiating energy, okay? You come here empty, I don't know what to tell you. Fucking leave. No lymphatic energy, I have no problem. Block, I enjoy it. You hear the magical train in the back. Again, I want this to be to the planetary stewards. Those that know. This was given by universe. This wasn't given by man. Okay? You clearly know what this word... When I say these words, you know. Archetypically, literally, what these words mean. Okay? Planetary stewards, governors, star commanders, big steppers, celestials, architects, grid workers, and field operators. As you know, Sagittarius, in that section, it ignited the field. Momentum carried the vision across the trajectories, broadcasting possibility and expansion and reach. The spark that flew and the arrow that landed. New horizons were pierced. That's why, personally for me, I took that time, with a lot of you in this room too, took that time and we anchored ourselves and pointed ourselves in trajectory, put our head facing, shifting to a north node and what it meant for you. You know what I mean? So we anchored, okay? That spark flew. The arrows landed. New horizons were pierced. Your horizon had to reset. You had to recalibrate. Whoa. That all happened, bro. Yeah. We were in literally, they call that a corridor. Hello? A lot of us had to tarry to be here, okay? Now, we took that and we broadcasted our possibilities. We broadcasted our expansion. And believe it or not, that spark flew across the whole fucking universe. Now the Codex is calling the collective to fucking pause. Put your seatbelt on. Stabilize. Be able to govern. Hello? Operator. That's what we're getting right now. Listen, the Codex and calls the collective to pause. It literally says stabilize and govern. Capricorn does not chase the motion. Capricorn does not seek applause. It's asking one fucking question. Can the energy that you've built be carried? Can it be held and maintained? They want to know if they can launch your fucking ass into a timeline and trajectory, the one that, is your birthright. You're going to go through a whole fucking catapult and they're asking, can you sustain? Obviously you can. Obviously. You're that motherfucker. It ain't a question of good or bad morality. It's about function. It's about washing your ass every day, brushing your teeth, getting in alignment. Damn. Okay? By the way, that's the minimum. Moving on. That's that Capricorn energy. It's cold and fucking practical. It's the bottom truth. It's the fucking... It could be cold, but it's true. Listen. It's asking you, can you maintain this life force energy that you have built? Can it be carried? Can you hold it? Can you maintain your egg? Can you stay on your throne? Yes, you can. This is the gateway from the raw propulsion to structural authority. You really can't say shit when you're still functional and you have structural integrity. You're solid as a bitch. Okay? Where visions become governance and momentum becomes the legacy. To my quantum technicians, simple translation. Energy streams collapse from dynamic expansion into stable, organized framework across the planetary field and timelines. Big ideas only matter now if you can actually live them consistently, okay? It ain't a two-pump. Okay? You gotta be able to sustain. The bottom truth is we are rising up the winter solstice. Sun is rising regardless. And now, a lot of you, this is where the end of momentum has proof. You are the proof. You are the foundation. You are the structure. Look at you. You are showing people that momentum is no longer evidence of power. Momentum was never meant to be permanent. It was an ignition, not governance. Sagittarius proved that momentum was possible. It rekindled that fire after the fucking Scorpion purged everything. That spark, Prometheus, proved that movement was possible. That expansion could happen. That fields could move again after stagnation. A little jump start. That's what we took it and we pivoted with that. But I'm here to tell you, motion alone does not equal mastery. Now, movement without structure becomes fucking noise. Expansion without containment becomes waste. Speed without direction becomes instability. This is where the universe withdraws applause and starts to begin assessment. Capricorn does not ask how for you to travel. Capricorn does not ask how far you travel. It asks what still stands when motion fucking stops. Okay? What continues to function when excitement fades away is what was real all along. So if you're here, you're real. You're solid. Quantum technicians, dynamic energetic vectors are no longer rewarded without structural stabilization. Being busy or inspired doesn't matter anymore. Only what actually works long term. Okay? The field closes around what is real. Reality tightens its grip. It's crystallizing. This ain't a personal thing. This is some cold truth. It's personalizing. The field closes around what is real. Say what you want, but it reads a different language. It reads what is real. Okay? Planetary field is contracting not to punish, but to refine. Where Sagittarius expanded the probability, Capricorn is compressing it into form. 10, completion. Zoom. Where there were so many possible paths, now there are fewer. Clear. This is not limitation. This is selection. What is before you are paths that can hold the weight. They can bear responsibility, become central. This is where illusions dissolve without drama. False structures collapse without announcement. The universe does not argue at this phase. It simply applies the pressure and observes what remains intact. So my quantum technicians, probability fields narrow into high coherence outcome lanes. Life is getting serious about what actually lasts. Governance begins in silence. True authority does not need to introduce itself. In Capricorn, authority does not arrive loudly. It does not posture. It does not persuade. Governance begins when systems function without supervision. This is the shift from expression to responsibility, from visibility to reliability, from charisma to gravity. And everyone knows they've been around long enough. They knew this month. You can feel it. The ones in completion, they feel aligned. They feel calmer. They feel steady. They feel not as heavy. Not so much dependent on momentum to feel. To my quantum technician, leadership frequency shifts from broadcast-based influence to structural gravity. Welcome. Real leaders do not need attention. Things will just work around them. Structure replaces intensity. Intensity burns, structure endures. You got both. Intensity shows capacity, structure proves your sustainability. Capricorn dissolves your addictions to peaks, dramas, and constant stimulations, not to suppress life, but to preserve it. What is built on this level of intensity and what collapses under its own weight. This will prove structure and support. This is deep. This is where repetition becomes sacred, routines become powerful, and consistency becomes your intelligence. Not everything needs to be exciting, but everything needs to be functional, not dysfunctional. Quantum technicians, stable temporal loops outperform this high energy fluctuations in system longevity. Doing things steadily beats doing things dramatically. And I trust y'all listening. You're going to know those from not when they're dysfunctional. Zombies. You're gonna know those by their erotic enthusiasm, their childlike, their spirit, the light they carry. Just like you're getting cleaner, you're gonna be cleaner. So you're gonna be able to see clearer. You don't want the dramatic. You want what is steady, what is consistent. That people feel safe. They can blossom. They can grow. Okay? That's real. Time steps forward as authority. Cause and effect has tightened. Time is no longer background noise. Short-term thinker weakens. Quick fixes loses sufficiency. Decisions echo across longer arcs. You know, a lot of people in their dormant state think life force is stimulation. That's the only way they have ever felt close to life force energy. That's their highest high. When you're an embodiment of it. It's not fair, right? To yourself. Not fair. To mama, not fair to the universe. I love this time of year. This time of year ain't like any other time of year. This shows what is real. It will reflect to you such cold, absolute truths. Cold, universal type shit. And, you know, I appreciate it. Because if you're still standing through all this, 1055, that goes beyond my intellect. That at that point, you need to trust the universe because that motherfucker is still standing. That's called structure. Do you understand? If the universe goaded you and you're temperamented to be here without losing your whole ass, I trust the universe. You got to know when to dance, baby. You got to know. I love this time of year because cause and effect is instantaneous. People with short-term, weak, quick fix lose their efficiency in those pleasures. Decisions are echoing across longer arcs. Delays carry weight, neglect compounds, and stewardship matters. Nothing is rushed, nothing is ignored, but time reveals what was truly integrated versus what was imagined. To my quantum technicians, timeline compressions increase coincidence density across decision points. Yeah, that's why you look around, people, places, and things are not around anymore. Time reveals what has been truly integrated in what was a whole fucking metaphor. You're going to know them by function and embodiment, not dysfunctional, fragmented. So what you do now affects your future more than ever before right now. Okay? You are a whole node in the net, and I don't even think you know what that means. Your body becomes the checkpoint. If the body can't hold it, it isn't real. Under Capricorn's governance, embodiment becomes the test. Nervous system reveals truth faster than fucking words. Your spine reveals integrity faster than beliefs. Energy leaks expose misalignment without accusations. Oh yeah. This is not about perfection. This is about capacity. Because upon you, building a whole new world. And it will show. So this ain't a personal thing. A lot of us are being watched by non-local beings. Sustainability tests, coherent tests. Are you functional? Can you hold zero? It ain't a personal thing. You're starting a whole new circuit, the whole new everything, cymatics, whole new system. Can you operate Fuck talking about it. This is me talking about it is a gift. But non-local beings are watching you. And you're doing beautiful. Yeah, you're becoming aware during this time. It's very clear. This is not about being perfect. This is not about heaven or hell. No, you won. It's not about a winning or losing. It's about regulating. It's about regulating. That's it. This is systematic. This ain't a religious thing, okay? It's not about being perfect, but it's about having capacity. Get mad at someone when he says charge your phone so you can last longer. Sustain so you can have capacity. I'm here to tell you any authority that cannot be held under cymatic will collapse psychologically. Power that cannot be carried physically becomes distortion. The body is no longer just a passenger, but it is literal infrastructure. Some quantum technicians, big steppers, biological systems upgrade into load-bearing nodes of authority. Talk about a fucking level up. Talk about a motherfucking level up. That's why it's crickets. Crowned in silence, stillness. Guess who's back? You became a load-bearing node of authority. Plain language, if your body is breaking, something in your life isn't aligned, okay? Selection without judgment, placement, not punishment. Capricorn does not shame, does not recruit, does not convince. It is revealing. A lot of us, 1101, listen, a lot of us are back at zero, but we're not at the same back at zero like a diminished motherfucker, okay? We're back at zero with the one, okay? Whole different world, buddy. One's embodied, one's not embodied, okay? Let your resonance speak for itself. I'm just here to tell you, as we go through this portal, 1101, some are builders, visionaries, supporters, governors, all of them, and all are necessary, but not all roles carry government weight. Hierarchy reorganizes naturally by capacity. This is a universal situation. It's naturally to hold responsibility without collapsing. There is no judgment here, only placement. It's not punishment, it's placement. Listen, quantum technicians, functional, hierarchy, self-assemble based on load tolerance. People fall into roles they can actually handle, okay? People, places, and things. In closing, the throne is holding. You are holding your throne from possibility to reality. Sagittarius asks, what is possible? Capricorn asks, what is sustainable? The arrow has landed. The structure must stand. This is the handoff from motion to mastery, from vision to viability, from beginning to becoming to being. What you can maintain becomes your domain, baby. What you can hold becomes your authority. What you sustain quietly becomes your legacy. The field is no longer just impressed by you, okay? They are extremely attentive. Extremely attentive to you. And it is watching what remains standing. Episode complete. Governance initiated. Structural online. End transmission.